Hey guys, so I've been playing Sonic Racing CrossWorlds in the closed network test, and I've got to say, I am really enjoying this racing game. Now, this is a closed network test, so all of the features of the final product are not in this. Notably, Jet the Hawk is not playable, but he is on the poster. But this closed network test basically gives us an idea of how this game will play, and for the most part, it's really fun. The game clearly takes a lot of inspiration from Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed, with you being able to drive in a car, a plane, and a boat. And one of the awesome things about this is the CrossWorlds mechanic, where whoever is in first place at the end of the first lap will choose where the second lap takes place, a whole other world. And there are some awesome tracks from Sonic's history here. Places like Metal Harbor, Jungle Joyride, Ocean Palace. It's really cool to explore some of these worlds. One of note for me was Sky Road from Team Sonic Racing. I love the fact that this has made its return. Now, like every kart racer, you have different vehicles, different abilities, and different items to use in your races. Now, there is definitely that feel of Mario Kart hectic chaos that really works, to be honest with you. It can be quite frustrating, particularly if you're in the middle of the pack and you just get decimated by multiple items, but it's really fun, and it's one of those games where you may be in first place, but that don't mean anything. You can get taken out really quickly and sent straight back to last place. Now, in this game, we have several characters to play as, in this beta anyway. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Amy, Eggman, Omega, Cream the Rabbit, and Zaz. Okay, look, I wasn't going to use the camera, but I'm going to use it for this specific bit because, you know, like, as you can see, my room is a state. But, can we stop putting the Deadly Six in everything? Okay? I know that I might have some, ex-colleagues of mine at Sega that may watch this video. Please pass on to Sonic Team, because I've really had enough of this now. Stop putting the Deadly Six in stuff. Okay? Sonic Lost World is a failure. It's an awful game. It's a Sonic rip-off of Mario Galaxy on a Nintendo system. We don't like the characters. Zaz and Zavok being here, I assume Zavok's going to be here. Zaz being here instead of someone like Chaos is fucking insulting. Anyway, that's that rant over. One thing I did notice about this game is how tight the turning is. Everything is reliant upon drifting. And very similar to Mario Kart, you build up a boost by doing a drift. Now, if you touch a wall, you will lose rings, which can be really frustrating, and it takes quite a bit of a learning curve to figure out how to do this. I actually preferred racing in a handling car, because the specialty is handling. So it was a lot easier for me to get around those corners, and I found I was winning a lot more races doing that as opposed to using the speed form. You can heavily customize your vehicle by getting Donpar tickets from winning races. Well, not even just winning races. You'll get awarded for your place in the race, and then you'll get awarded based on things that you did. For instance, top ring collector, top item collector, the person that picked the CrossWorlds stage, various different things like that. You can also add these stickers, and I've been saving up for this epic Shadow the Hedgehog one, but yeah. It's really cool, and the stickers are probably the most expensive part of the game in that regard, which is a bit strange, but it adds a lot of layers of customization, which I think are really cool. I really can't understate how beautiful some of these environments look. The models are clean, the lighting is wonderful, and there's a real aesthetic to it that just feels so damn Sonic. You really love to see it. Now, I have played as all of the characters in this beta, but you can assume that Shadow is my main, and I will be playing as Shadow when this comes out almost exclusively. Except for the Babylon Rogues. I will play the Babylon Rogues when they come out. I had a few network issues, but there are disclaimers at the start screen that there are going to be network issues. This is a closed network test. So I was actually quite surprised that there were less than I thought there would be. So yeah, I think they're really onto a winner here. And I just wanted to put this video out if you didn't catch my stream last night, so that people could see it, because not a lot of people got to play this. This test was quite limited, and I was lucky, thanks to Sega, to be able to be a part of it. So thank you to them. And I've really just enjoyed my time with it. I think there's a lot of potential here. There's definitely All-Stars Racing vibes, and it really adds to the dynamic of the race. You know, it's never boring. You're always switching it up. You're always changing your vehicle type mid-race, and I just love it. It's a lot of fun. Now, I do think there are some things to be worked on. I think maybe the controls could be loosened slightly. Like, using the analog sticks, turning is very difficult. And I know that's because they're putting this emphasis on the boost and the drift and the boost. But really and truly, just loosen it up slightly, Sonic Team. Just ever so slightly. And I think, you know, we're on to an actual Mario Kart contender here. When I say Mario Kart contender, this is not going to beat Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8 is like one of the most sold games ever. And rightly so, it's a fantastic kart racer. But this really does put Sonic in that space and commands some respect for the Blue Hedgehog. I don't have too much to say because, as I've said, the character roster is quite limited and the tracks themselves are quite limited because this is a network test. This is not the full game. And if you look at the character roster, there are a lot of slots there to be filled. So I'm really looking forward to seeing who makes the final cut. But again, take the Deadly Six out. For God's sake, no one likes them. One thing I did like is a mechanic that seems to have come over from Sonic Force's Speed Battle, which is where the amount of rings that you hold determines how fast you go. So you are constantly losing rings, you're constantly picking up rings, and I was constantly trying to make sure I was at that full 100. The perk system is really cool. For instance, I added this air trick one after I saw Choctopus's video, where I can do air tricks at like double the speed, which builds up your speed drastically, gives you a really good boost. And I had some where I was able to collect double the rings, and I was able to pull in rings from double the distance. You can also have things that give you more abilities, give you a chance to get certain items more frequently. So there is a lot of customization at play here. And I think the metagame is going to be determined fairly quickly, and I think, as Choctopus said, the air tricks is going to be a big part of that because it really does help you with speed boosts and things of that nature. Honestly, I think Sonic Team are really on to a win here. And let's be honest, Sega aren't really missing these days. I keep saying it. They care about the Sonic franchise again. They're really treating it with the respect and love it deserves. So this is going to sit there as another great Sonic game, I feel. And nothing could make me happier than seeing the renaissance of Sonic in front of our eyes. But yeah, that was just some brief thoughts on it. Let me know if you've played the beta or what you think from what you've seen from people playing it. I will probably be streaming it again this evening, not entirely sure, but I just wanted to put this out now so that those who didn't see the stream can go back and they can have a look at all the different characters, all the different tracks on offer, and yeah, really looking forward to this one coming out. So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I really would appreciate it if you could drop a like on this and hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm a very small YouTuber, and you'd really be helping me out. With that being said, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.